Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to another video. Today I'm going to show you how to create another Afrobeat which is inspired by the new album from Tems. So I'm going to try to create a unique drum pattern, then add some chords and then add a very recognizable guitar melody on top. So let's dive right in. So I'm adjusting the BPM to 104. Or I'm going to open up the African producer bundle. I'm going to start off with a shaker loop. So I'm dragging in shaker loop 9, this one, adjust the volume to 50%. Alright, now at first, let's add a chord progression. So I'm going to use a plugin which probably most of you guys own. So I'm going to use Expand 2. And it's a very easy to use plugin, especially when it comes to creating those Afrobeats. So for example, so I'm going to use this simple pad to create the chord progression. So first I'm going to adjust the scale. So I'm going to create this beat in, let's say, G minor. I'm selecting G minor natural, this scale. So let's draw in some root notes. Something like that. So now I'm going to draw in the full chord progression. And also let's reduce some of the high frequencies by using the cutoff filter. That's it. Okay, that sounds cool. Sounds very emotional. So exactly what I'm looking for. So let's reduce this one. FDCF like this. Okay, copy over this one again. Maybe let's tweak it this way. Okay, that's it. So let's strumize this melody just a little bit. Let's randomize it. Lower down the velocity. Okay, so right now I'm going to add pattern 1 to the arrangement like this. So let's rename this one chord. So right now I think it's time to already add the drums. So I'm going to use the African drum kit. And let's start off by using kick 3. So I'm going to draw on this rhythm. It's one of the most common rhythms like this. And let's add some snares. So let's add this one and snare 14 to define the main rhythm. So now let's add some rims. So let's open the channel rack again. So this one sounds cool. Let's say rim 22. Writing a lot of groove. So let's add the second one. So right now it's still missing one element. So I think I'm going to pick another snare, for example, this one. Okay, so I think that's it. So maybe add another element right here. And I make sure to play around with the velocity so not all the sounds play at the same level of volume. So now let's add a little bit of swing. So let's say around 15 to 20%. Or now let's add some percussions from the percussion folder. So let's add some which contains some more mid frequencies. Maybe let's add an element which contains some more high frequencies. So for example, a head. This one sounds very unique. So So let's use this one and see what I can come up with. So adding this in the background. Add some more rhythm. There's something which you will slightly notice, so push it to the background. And I will add some more texture and transients to your drum loop. For now, I think an open head, which I already selected before. I'm gonna add it right here. Keeping it interesting. So that's it. So now maybe let's add another element. So for example, a clip. So for example, this organic one. And this one plays together with the main rhythm. So let's have a listen. So as you can hear, by adding those elements, you create kind of a solid drum loop. And let's add another percussion, for example, a conga from the Afrobeat's Infinity drum kit. So maybe this one. Maybe let's layer it with the open head. Okay, that's it. So right now I think we've finished the drum loops. I'm going to link all these elements to the mixer. Right now I'm going to add a bass line. So that's it. So I'm going to use, let's say, Contact 7. And there are some pretty great bass instruments in here. So let's pick the J bass both. This one. And let's start off at G. Pick a G which contains enough low frequencies. I'm going to make sure this one isn't exactly played on beat. So right now let's draw in a unique rhythm. So I'm going to set this one to 1/4. So it should be something like this. So make these notes a little bit shorter, because in real life the bass player has to switch from a string, so we have to add a little bit of time between these notes. So this makes it just a little bit more realistic. Okay, so let's copy over this rhythm, and then we're going to pick the next note, which in this case is D. Let's make an adjustment right here. So we don't have to make any adjustments, but I want to pitch this one down 1 octave, so we create kind of an upward bass right here, and then we're going to add A. And then maybe pitch this one down like this. This one sounds like this. Should be something like this. So select bipolar. Then of course it needs some manual tweaking. So I think that's it when it comes to the bass line. So now let's add a main guitar melody on top. So I'm going to use Contact 7 again. And I recently found this free guitar bank. So it's right here. This one, the Stratus. So let's open it up. So right now let's tweak the preset. So making it a little bit softer. So I think that's it. So this will be the main melody. So if pitch it down 1 octave for now, it sounds like this. And I made sure not all the notes are exactly played on the grid to add some more humanic feeling to a chord progression. I made sure the notes are a little bit shorter. So we call this, for example, guitar and the bass guitar. So let's link these elements to the mixer. And of course, the guitar needs some reverb. So I'm going to use the Valhalla Vintage Verb. So now I've made some adjustments to the guitar plugin. So now it sounds like this. Just a small adjustment. So I adjusted, for example, the responsiveness. So that's it. We're keeping it still very simple. So now let's add the final element, and I think I'm going to go for example, a bell layer. So I think let's use expand 2 again. So add another organic element to this beat. So maybe polysynth. Maybe we can find a bell preset right here. So for example, this one. So now let's run a simple melody. So that could be it. So very straightforward. So let's copy this one over, Ctrl C, Ctrl B. Let's adjust this one, for example. Okay, that's it when it comes to adding the bell element. So we can definitely use those two elements to keep the arrangement interesting. So right now I've created all the layers. So right now I'm going to arrange this beat and I'm going to show you the final project in a second. So right now I just finished a simple arrangement for this beat. I've added 2 or 3 more elements, which is the simple percussion loop, uplifter, and a typical impact for Afrobeat. So let's have a listen. That's it, simple conga loop. And I use this one to add the transitions to the beat. Very important. But right now, let's have a listen to the final beat. I hope you enjoy it. Also added some more reverb to some of the percussions. Also made it tweak to one of the drums to make it a little bit more groovy. So bassline coming in. So in this beat, we're leaving a lot of room for the artist or the vocals. Guitar coming in, so simple. Bell coming in. Also adds a nice ambience to the beat. So that's it guys for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked this video, make sure to leave a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you want to check out the samples which I've used in this tutorial, make sure to check out the link in the description. And if you want some free samples, make sure to check out 7beats.com. So that's it. So I hope you have an amazing day, create some awesome beats, and see you in the next one.